Well, good morning everyone. Larry back with you again, and what I am working on today, you saw last week in a previous video, or in the previous video from last week, that we were shearing the Christmas trees. Well, today is the second phase to preparation for tree season, and that is coloring the Christmas trees. A Christmas tree farmer that was kind of my mentor in the business back several years ago mentioned to me about coloring the Christmas trees, and one of the things that he said, his name was Webb Thornhill, lives over in had the farm over in Pisgah, Alabama. And Mr. Webb, he said to me one day, he said, the greener the better. And what he meant by that was that the customers really do like the darker green coloration of the Christmas trees. Now what happens in the fall of the year, and it is not as evident or prominent among the Leland cypresses as it is the white pines. However, even in the Lelands, you have the shearing and some yellowing of the tree in the fall of the year, but especially the white pines, they do fade out or yellow out in the fall of the year. So adding some coloring to those, and you'll see here in just a few minutes, I got my second shipment of coloring in today, and that is the Clary Super Greenzit. So that's what we're working on. Let's get started on coloring Christmas trees. I do appreciate you joining us here on St. Nick's Farms. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to share it with a friend. And if you will, please subscribe to the channel if you're new to our channel today. So that means a lot to us, and I really would appreciate it. So come on, let's get started coloring the Christmas trees this morning. This colorant is called Super Greenzit, a natural blue-green colorant for off-colored trees. And of course, as I mentioned earlier in the intro, the trees have a tendency to fade in the fall, so adding this color back gives them that rich bluish-green coloration, and that's really what the customers like. We'll be mixing this up and getting it in our sprayer and getting started spraying the trees this morning. Colorant and fill the tank again. So I'm going to start on this end down here this time. These trees are not the best on this end. I think what I can do is to cut them off higher, and for someone who's wanting a shorter tree, I believe we'll be able to have a pretty good looking tree. That one second on your left on the back row there has got a double trunk, so I'd have to cut it off down below that double trunk in order to make it work. But if somebody wants it, we'll make it work some way. Greenzit does a good job on these pines, super Greenzit that is. I just have a difficult time regulating the output of the sprayer. It wants to change on me, and that's, I'm sure, because it gets little pieces of dried pigment coming up through the nozzle, and it changes the output or the velocity of the material coming through, and that changes the spray pattern. Super Greenzit concentrate runs about $65 for a 2.5 gallon container, and that will cover about somewhere around 45 or 50 of this size tree. So we just have to make adjustments in the price for this material. But again, the greener the better as far as what the customers look at and what they seem to like. Well, there you have it, folks. Over the past several afternoons and several days now, been in the process of first of all shearing the Christmas trees, and then over the past few days coloring the Christmas trees. Got all the Lelands colored, got all the white pines colored. So another step finished up toward the opening of the 2023 season. We'll be picking up our pre-cut Fraser firs, and we're going with some concolor firs also this year, a few of those, to see how folks enjoy or how folks like those. We've had the concolor fir here before, and they seem to do okay, and they were a little bit cheaper in price, so we're trying a few of those again this Christmas tree season. I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the video today. It's getting really late in the afternoon. The sun is setting in the west, and looks like a beautiful sunset in the making. But again, thank you for joining us here on St. Nick's Farms and doing business with this part of it as Terra Place Christmas Tree Farm. And we plan to open this year. Let me take a look at the calendar for December, or actually for November, that is. Thanksgiving, of course, is on the 23rd of November, and the Sunday prior to that is the 19th. So we've made the decision that we're going to open the afternoon of Sunday the 19th, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Hopefully we'll be picking up our pre-cut trees that week before, and we should have those ready here on the farm on the 19th. And so because of the past 2 years not being able to open the farm due to the shortage in trees, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and open this year instead of Green Friday, as we call it, which is the Friday after Thanksgiving. I'm going to go ahead and open the Sunday before Thanksgiving, November the 19th. And we're only open on the weekends except for that Friday after Thanksgiving, which for shoppers it's called Black Friday, but here at the tree farm we call it Green Friday. So we'll be open Saturday from about 9 till 5, and then Sunday from 1 till 5 each weekend, and then on the Friday after Thanksgiving we'll be open from 8 until 5. So that's our hours, and you can share that with your friends also, those of you who live in the immediate proximity of Terra Place Christmas Tree Farm. So again, thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next time here on St. Nick's Farms. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until then, folks, this is Larry. Have a great one. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.